Good East positioning us, everybody. The name's Wolfgang, and welcome back to another episode of the Hunger Games Simulator. In the last episode, we did Lego movie characters as suggested by Sir Sario. In this episode, as you may be able to tell, we're doing American Dad characters as suggested by Grand Admiral Throne on YouTube. Anyways, let's get into our character cast recap. American Dad is Family Guy's little brother, so a lot of characters here, while some are unique in their own right, the main five are obviously meant to be parodies of other characters. Like Stan is Peter, Francine is Lois, Haley is Chris, Steve is Meg, and Roger is Stewie. Like these five starts as that, but then they develop into their own thing. Klaus is a fish who lives with them. I think he was like a ski boarder or something. I didn't watch this show. I should make that clear up front. Jeff Fisher, boyfriend, girlfriend, these two. Rogu Smith, father, son, these two. Shmuley Lonson, also known as Snot. Toshi Yoshida, Barry Robinson, friends of these three. Principal Brian Lewis, principal of these five. Avery Bullock, this guy's boss. Jack Smith, Betty Smith, Rusty Smith, Suli Uha Smith, and Glenn Smith, family to him. Baba Ling, Mama Ling, and Gwen Ling are the adoptive parents of Francine. Adoptive family of Francine, whereas Nicholas Dawson, Cassandra Dawson, and Janet Dawson are the actual family of Francine. So now with our cast introduction out of the way, who am I picking for my roots? Well, I'm gonna go with Roger Smith because somehow he disguises himself and he never gets caught, and his disguises run the economy. And Jeff Fisher because he's stoned, and I just like his face there. Anyways, with that all said in mind, let's proceed. As a tribute set on the podium, the horn sounds. Snot clutches the first aid kit and runs away. Klaus runs away from the cornucopia and hides. Nicholas and Steve fight for a bag. Nicholas gives up and retreats. Glenn throws a knife into Suli Uha's head. I'm not going to sound racist, but her name is hard to say, so the fact that I can just get away with saying it less this video makes me feel better. Avery runs away from the cornucopia. Mama takes a spear from inside the trident. Jeff receives a trident from inside the cornucopia. Jack runs away. Roger runs away. Baba runs away. Janet runs away. Cassandra stays inside the cornucopia for resources. Rogu runs away. Stan runs away. Francine runs away. Barry gets a jar of fishing bait while Toshi gets fishing gear. Principal Lewis and Gwen fight for a bag. Principal Lewis gives up and retreats. Rusty runs away. Betty runs away. Haley runs away. Day 1. Klaus, Mama, Haley, and Avery hunt for their tributes. Snot thinks about home. Jack overhears Nicholas and Janet talking in the distance. Francine thinks about home. Stan practices his archery. Cassandra searches for firewood. Baba, Betty, Jeff, and Toshi hunt for their tributes. Barry searches for firewood. Glenn injures himself. Rusty goes hunting. Gwen receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Roger has to sleep through the entire day. Roger runs away from Principal Lewis, and Steve travels to higher ground. Arena event. Acidic rain pours down the arena. Avery is unable to find shelter and dies. Glenn survives. Bob is unable to find shelter and dies. Roger survives. Steve refuses Toshi shelter, killing him. Haley survives. Principal Lewis trips face first into a puddle of acidic rain. Mama injures Snot and leaves him to die. Jack shows Rogu in a pond of acidic rain, but is pulled in by Rogu, killing them both. Francine injures Stan and leaves him to die. Nicholas refuses Cassandra shelter, killing her. Rusty survives. Janet shoves Jeff into a pond of acidic rain, but is pulled in by Jeff, killing them both. Gwen survives. Klaus survives. Barry's unable to find shelter and dies, and Betty survives. Damn it, Jeff. Whatever. 13 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Suli Uha from District 9, Avery from District 7, Baba from District 10, Toshi from District 5, Principal Lewis from District 6, Snot from District 5, Jack from District 7, Rogo from District 4, Stan from District 1, Cassandra from District 12, Janet from District 12, Jeff from District 4, and Barry from District 6. So with this all done, I believe that means we have 11 members in play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, yeah. 11 survivors with districts 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of play. Top 11. Here we go. Steve quietly hums. Betty's entering a starfire and sleeps in that warmth. Rusty loses sight of where he is. Mama and Francine work together to drown Glenn. Roger uses an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Uh-oh. Haley tends to Klaus's wounds. Nicholas destroys Gwen's supplies while she is asleep. Mama hunts for their tributes. Francine chases Nicholas. Haley searches for firewood. Roger practices his archery. Steve sees smoking rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Rusty receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Klaus receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Gwen receives an explosion from an unknown sponsor. Betty goes hunting. One kid and shot can be heard in the distance, and it's Glenn from District 9. This being said in mind, we should be down to the top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, top 10 survivors left standing with districts 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 12 out of play. Oops, I probably missed 12 last time, but I don't care. Proceed. Francine stays awake all night. Rusty and Nicholas sleep in shifts. Haley, Mama, Roger, and Betty tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Steve sets up camp for the night. Klaus thinks about home, and Glenn stays awake all night. Haley accidentally steps on a landmine. Francine hunts her at the tributes. Rusty chases Gwen. Betty convinces Mama not to kill her, only to kill her instead. Klaus searches for a water source. Roger overhears Nicholas and Steve talking in the distance. Two cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Haley from District 2 and Mama from District 10. So with that, we're down to the top 8 competitors. Top 8 survivors with districts 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 12 out of play. Here we are. Let's go. Proceed. Rusty and Steve talk about the tribute still alive. Nicholas, Klaus, and Francine discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Roger tends to his wounds. Betty and Gwen went into each other and decided truce for the night. The cornucopias for lunch with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from Tribute's family. Hey, Klaus gets a photo of his fam. Klaus sobs while gripping a photo of his friends and family. Steve decides not to go to the feast. Betty ambushes Gwen, killing her. Rusty destroys Nicholas' memoirs out of spite, and Francine decapitates Roger with a sword. Damn it! Oh, whatever. Klaus, Nicholas, Rusty, and Betty hunt for the tribute. Steve questions his sanity. Francine attempts to climb a tree, but falls to her death. Down to the top 5. And I'm surprised that the longest lasting member of the Smith family is Steve, not Roger. I guess Stan would because CIA training, but he's also a wimp. Gwen from District 11, Roger from District 3, and Francine from District 1. Which means we are down to the top 5 players left standing. Districts 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 12 are out of play. Top 5. Here we go. Proceed. Steve climbs the tree to rest. Klaus thinks about winning. Betty sets an explosive off, killing Rusty and Nicholas. Oof. Betty sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides to investigate. Klaus stalks Steve. Despite the fact that Klaus is a literal goldfish who can't do anything outside of his tank, and I'm surprised he's even moving it, how the hell is he in the top 3? Proceed. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Rusty from District 8 and Nicholas from District 7. With that said in mind, down to the top 3, which somehow has Klaus and Steve. I'm not sure about Betty, but I know these 2 are supposed to be weaklings. How are these 2 so high and long-lasting? Anyways, districts 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, and 12 are out of play. Proceed. Betty cries herself to sleep. Steve's trap kills Klaus. Okay, so at least logically, Steve would outlast Klaus in this scenario. Betty throws a knife into Steve's chest, and that's it. Klaus from District 3 and Steve from District 2, meaning the winner is Betty from District 8. I think Betty Smith. Yeah, it's Betty Smith. Is it? Okay, I gotta check. Yes, it's Betty Smith. I was right. Placements. Anyways, let's... Betty Smith, American Dad. Not right about this one, but the next episode is my lucky number 19. 19, so I got that going for me there. And yet another episode of the Hunger Games filled out. Anyways, but first let's do our recap. Suliawa Uha Smith in 24th place. In 24th, Suliawa Smith. In 23rd, Avery Bullock. In 22nd, Baba Ling. In 21st place, Toshi Yoshida. In 20th, Principal Lewis. In 19th, Shmuley Lonstein, a.k.a. Snot. In 18th, Jack Smith. In 17th, Rogu Smith. In 16th, Stan Smith. The worst performing member of all the Smiths is Stan. Cassandra Dawson, 15th place. In 14th place, Janet Dawson. In 13th place, Jeff Fisher. In 12th place, Barry Robinson. In 11th place with 1 kill, Glenn Smith. In 10th place, Haley Smith. In ninth place with 2 kills, Mama Ling. In 8th place, Gwen Ling. In 7th place, Roger Smith. In 6th place with 3 kills, Francine Smith. In 5th place, Rusty Smith. In 4th place with 1 kill, Nicholas Dawson. In 3rd place, Klaus Heisler. In 2nd place with 2 kills, Steve Smith. And the winner with 5 kills to her name, Betty Smith. Summary, here it is. One of our shorter Hunger Games, since the average is 8. This is like 2 days shorter. Anyways, in 12th place, District 5, in 11th place, District 7, in 10th place, District 12, in 9th place, District 4, in 8th place, District 6, in 7th place, District 9, in 6th place, District 10, in 5th place, District 1, in 4th place, District 11, in 3rd place, District 3, in 2nd place, District 2, and in 1st place, District 8. Well, there you have it for today's episode of the Hunger Games. I'm sorry it took me a little while to come out, unless, of course, you're watching it in the future tense, in which case I'm not. In which case, well, you've probably been binging this series from the beginning. And if there is more seasons of this, I am so sorry for your poor ears, and if I ever get good audio quality again. But anyways, with all that said in mind, my name is Blue Fang. I bid you all a good West Pacific English, everybody, and stay safe.